disguising. She's a little handful of trouble, a bundle of fun. Glad you could make it, so glad you could come. Little Miss, we're waiting for you. Ready, steady, how do you do?
Nothing was too good for Little Miss Splendid. She lived in a huge house, surrounded by large gardens. She bathed in a gold bathtub, and she dined off silver plates. Oh, she was splendid. At least, she thought so.
Soup, my lady?
Said the butler.
No, just caviar today, Hargreaves.
Very well, my lady.
Little Miss Splendid thought a lot of herself. In fact, she thought about nothing else,
Good morning, ma'am.
said the house guard.
Good morning,
Hardwell, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Said the gardener.
good morning,
Casey, ma'am.
Casey.
Good morning, madam. Will you need your car today?
Said the chauffeur.
Not today, Williams.
That day, while she was taking a stroll around her lovely gardens, Little Miss Splendid came upon a small door in one of the walls. She'd never noticed it before.
Now, I wonder what this is.
Huh?
She found herself on a road. Along came Mr. Small out for a short walk.
Good morning.
Little Miss Splendid stuck her nose in the air, even higher than she had, and walked past him as if he wasn't there.
What a common little man.
She came to a bus stop. Mr. Happy and Mr. Daydream were waiting for a bus to take them into town.
Hello, who are you?
I am splendid.
Oh, I'm Happy. Happy to meet you. And this is my friend, Mr. Daydream.
Are you going to catch the bus?
Me? The bus? Never. I have never, ever in the whole of my life taken a bus. You have to sit next to people on buses, and that would never do.
Mr. Happy couldn't think of anything to say to that. Miss Splendid walked off with her nose very high in the air. As you can see, Miss Splendid certainly had a high opinion of herself. And wherever she went, she never saw anything but herself. Miss Splendid arrived in town. She looked at herself in all the shop windows as she walked down the street.
Splendid, splendid. I must say I do look absolutely splendid.
Then something caught her eye. It was there in the middle of the window of the hat shop. It was a hat. Not just a hat, but a hat and a half. The most magnificent,
Sumptuous,
desirable,
gorgeous,
spectacular,
amazing,
splendid hat you've ever seen. Little Miss Splendid was completely overcome at the thought of owning that hat.
Shop! Shop!
She snapped her fingers and a saleslady hurried to her side.
Good morning, madam. Can I help you?
I wish to try on the hat in the window.
This one, madam?
Yes. Oh, magnificent. I'll take it. Don't bother to wrap it. I'll wear it.
And would you care to know how much it costs, ma'am?
Costs? Costs? I never discuss money matters. Put it on my account.
Thank you, madam. Goodbye.
Little Miss Splendid stood on the pavement and held up her hand.
Taxi! Taxi! Take me home.
Little Miss Splendid went to get in the taxi, but of course she couldn't. Her new hat was much too large to fit through the door.
Driver, you should purchase yourself a larger taxi. In the meantime, I believe I should prefer to walk.
All right, please yourself, lady. See ya. Damn all alike.
And perhaps it is better to walk so that everyone has the chance to admire my magnificent new hat.
But then it happened, something she'd never expected. It started to rain. And the trouble with rain is, the more it starts to rain, the more it rains. And the trouble with this rain was that the more it rained, the more poor Miss Splendid got wet. And the trouble was, the wetter she got, the wetter her hat got. What a sorry sight. I think we'd all agree with that. And since she was far too splendid to take the bus, she was forced to walk all the way home. The bus, on its return trip from town, passed her. Mr. Happy and Mr. Daydream were on their way home and looked out the window.
Say, Daydream, haven't we seen that drip around here before?
I think so.
Miss Splendid, looking anything but splendid, arrived home. However, after a hot bath in her gold bathtub, and after a boiled egg in her gold egg cup, eaten with a silver spoon, of course, she felt much better. In fact, later on, she spent an extremely pleasant evening looking at... Well, now, what do you think she spent all evening looking at? No, not a magazine. Not television, not a book.
Splendid.
But herself.
Splendid.
In the mirror.